Back here at the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup for 2014, and in the third game here this afternoon, it's England 1-0 over Mexico. So England were the higher seeded team. They were seeded #1 in their group, and Mexico were seeded #3, and it's all England at the moment. But again, it is very close. It wasn't like the English got away with a 3-goal lead or anything like that. It was only one in it at the end of the first Chukka. But a lot of experience and a lot of balance here in this English team. So Jack Richardson just going on screen. That's Max Rutledge, you can see there with the green helmet. He's on a horse called Emerald, a New Zealand horse. And you'll see Jack Richardson come out on a lovely chestnut horse here called Matilda. I think Max Charlton might be on Coyote.
Pass the ball to one another and try and get some attacking plays going.
Chestnut horse that Max Charlton's on, bred by a very astute polo pony breeder in Australia, a guy called Peter Bonetto. Imported quite a few to England from Australia. And you'll see the umpires here about to throw in to get this second Chukka underway, the Fortune Heights Snow Polo World Cup 2014. Ball goes in, out comes Jack Richardson with the blue helmet now on the little pony called Matilda. Now, he checks up, then slips straight past Julio Gracida, but it's going to be Aguilar, goes for the hook, and now it's England first on the board, is it? It is, and it's that man again, Max Charlton, the #3 for England. Scored the only goal, whistle's gone. But Max Charlton scored the only goal in the first Chukka for England, and they've now blown the whistle. I'm just wondering what happened there. You'll notice that all these ponies, well, you probably won't notice from the television screen, but all of these ponies have what they call studs in their shoes. They it's like a little screw-in bolt that they put into the steel shoes that the horses wear to give them more grip in this surface, and the grooms screw them in before every game and then take them out after the game. But it looks like they're just trying to clarify a rule here, the umpires, with Carlos Gracida. He's asking the question and they're giving him the explanation. J.D. Alberti, the Argentinian umpire, travels the world. Umpired the Argentine Open, umpires quite regularly. He travels to Dubai, England, and you've got to give the organisers credit here. They've got two of the best umpires in the world out here umpiring this World Cup, and we're just waiting to see what the ruling was on this goal, because the umpires, Stephen Evans and from South Africa, and J.D. Alberti in discussion now as to whether this was a goal or not. The scoreboard's still saying 1-0. We're just waiting on a little bit of information as to what this will be here. So I think they're talking to the third man via the microphones that they have. There's a third man on the sideline who third man umpire is upstairs. He has made his decision, and we're just waiting to see if that goal is awarded or whether. So, Mexico hit in from the back line. Well, whistle's gone. Again, Carlos Gracida in deep discussions with the umpires.
Have done that anyway. For 2 Chukkas, so 7 doing it first, third they're doing it first.
They've awarded the goal to Mexico, to England, sorry. It's 2-0 in favour of England, and Carlos Gracita's not happy. Umpire's saying now that the players weren't ready when the Mexican player hit that. Julio Gracita took that ball in from the back line, and Carlos Gracita was still talking to the umpire, so they've sent him back, and with 5 minutes 32, it's now Mexico on the attack, and they're down 2-0. Gets the deflection there, doesn't quite work now. He's gone up the boards now. Who's there? Jack Richardson now. He's going to have to take it near side because Carlos Gracita's on his near side. Now he gets hooked out of it by Gracita, who can't really get a back shot on it. Now it's going to be our little man, Max Charlton, with the dark blue helmet for England. Now Max Rutledge with the green. He takes it, leaves it for Richardson. Richardson wondering whether he can take it himself. Opens the shoulders, but gets the deflection. Doesn't quite nail it. Now, who's there? It's Richardson again. Lovely back shot across the face of goal is going to be Rutledge on the man. Doesn't quite get it for England now. It's going to be Gracita taking it forward. Gracita, and it's gone over the back line. So Carlos Gracita, here in China, playing for his country, Mexico, as he's done so many times before in the Coronation Cup and the likes. Now creates the line, appeals for the line, hits it up, gets a deflection off the English pony, but now it's going to be Julio, the nephew, taking it. Doesn't quite get it, but who's going to get it? It'll be Max Rutledge with the light green helmet for England. Lovely little shot across the field to Max Charlton on the black horse. Now Max Charlton for England on the black horse, takes it forward. Good little clearing shot into the centre of the field. Now who's going to be back there? Aguilar for Mexico, the number 2. Does a little cut shot back across the tail. First onto it is Max Charlton. Max Charlton being sandwiched there in between the two Mexicans, Julio and Carlos Gracita at once. Umpire saying that I think they've blown the whistle against the Mexicans for hooking Charlton on the way up with his backswing. If you, you'll see here, as he's gone up to take his backswing, he has been hooked by the Mexican player. Even if it's inadvertently, they still get the penalty. If you are in the throes of getting on the upward part of your backswing and you get hooked, you do get a penalty. So it's a spot penalty to England, and they opens the shoulders. Lovely shot, but the bounce has beaten them, and it's come up in the face of Aguilar. Doesn't seem to worry him now. Will Richardson be able to get it near side here? He's got plenty on it, and it's going to go through. So it will be now 3-2. The young English team putting on a great show here this afternoon. Mexico with the quick play the ball now. Carlos Gracita taking the ball out to the right. Julio marking his man for him, clearing some space. But it's going to be Charlton that's going to shadow Gracita. But so Gracita unloads the big ball, looking for Aguilar, the number 2 for Mexico. Now, he just keeps it, looking for some green Mexican players to go past him. They don't. They all stay behind and shuffle up. Now it's going to be Gracita getting into field position now, getting ready to open the shoulders and have one big strike at goal. He's going to just do a lovely soft shot, but the wind gets hold of that one, and it's gone out over the back line in the far right corner. In England, never really in huge danger there. And it'll be Jack Richardson with the blue helmet for England taking it. Well, whistle's gone, saying not ready. So 2 minutes 30 in the second, Chukka, left on the clock, 2 minutes 38. And it's all England at the moment. Good little passage of play there by the Mexicans to get it up there, but they didn't really get the ball close enough to be any real threat for the English players. Now, Jack Richardson had a great year this year, played some amazing polo with the UAE polo team in England, won the Elliston tournament back in Australia. Future looks very bright for these young English players coming up through the Pony Club system, the Polo Pony Club they have over there. Now, Richardson, look, he knew he had his number 3 out there. Lovely little shot on the black horse required, but he just couldn't get it. I think it might have been in the divot there. Look at this, Carlos Cressida just standing there waiting for it. There's the ball, says, I'll take that. Now he's looking for someone to hit it to, opens the shoulders. Will it go out over the boards? And it does. So sometimes that play's used a little bit like rugby. They'll do a clearing kick just to get themselves back into field position. Now, who's out here? Julio Gracida from Mexico now, taking the ball up the line. He's got a big neck shot towards the centre. He was looking for Carlos to come through there, but Carlos didn't quite read it, but he's onto it now. Carlos misses it. A very rare miss for Carlos Gracida now. Jack Richardson appealing for the line, doesn't quite get it. Carlos still got it, backs it, gets the bounce. Jack Richardson now gets the bounce. Max Charlton leaves it behind. Now it's Charlton. He's clear again out in front. Charlton unmarked. Very dangerous thing to let happen. And oh, it's hit the post now. Here he goes. Aguilar, back shot across, looking for Carlos Cressida. First onto the line. Did Rutledge come down the line? Did he cross the line? It's been kept out of the goal mouth there by Mexico. Now Carlos Cressida opens it, sends the pony, but doesn't. Now back shot. Here we go. Has he put it through? And he has. It's Max Charlton for England now, with 50 seconds on the clock. And we're going to go slow-mo here, and here he goes. Hits the post, unlucky, kept out of there by Mexico. The ball's gone up, and it's Max Charlton. Lovely back shot straight through the goal mouth. And it's 4-0 in favour of England. Mexico a little bit shell-shocked here, but it's going to be Carlos Cressida now bringing it in off the back line. And there he goes, out to the left of the field. No one's marking him. Jack Richardson just shadowing him a bit, just waiting for an unlucky bounce or see if he can get the hook on him, and he does. Back hooks it beautifully, looking to bounce that one off the board. Does so, but the first man back there is Julio Gracida. Hooter's gone. And at the end of the second Chukka, it's all England at the moment. 4-0 in favour of the English. Umpire leaves the ball on the field where the game stopped. But after this break, we'll be right back with the third and final Chukka of this third game